Let's ride. All right, well, we're on our way to a little stretch of highway where we can do our test. Not as much traffic there. I've seen, like everybody else, a lot of reviews on the throttle response of the bike. Most of them really good. I watched one a couple days ago that this person just ragged the throttle response the entire video. And it's interesting to me because I've only ridden the bike in the standard mode. So today is going to be my first in the rain mode and the sport mode. What matters to me as a rider is going down the road and needing to pass a semi or a line of cars and being able to do it safely. And in the three different modes, rain, standard, or sport, which one suits me best? Okay, we're going to start out in 5th gear at 60 miles an hour, just under 3,000 RPM. I'm going to put it in rain mode, and we're going to see what kind of throttle roll I have to put on it to get to a speed that I feel is where I want to be. Okay, I'm at 60. Now let's pass. Okay, I got it shot up to 75 in 5th gear. And I felt that difference in roll. Let's go ahead and switch it over to standard and do the same thing. Let me start at 60, still in 5th gear, and let's go. Oh yeah, there's definitely a difference. Holy crap! Oh my gosh! Yeah, there's a significant difference. All right, now we're going to go into sport mode. Let's start at 60. Now I'm still in 5th gear. Yeah, let's get back up there real quick. All right, here we go. Okay, yep. There is a definite increment difference between the amount of throttle roll from rain, standard, and sport. The most significant difference is rain and standard. And I can get that. I'm going to go back in standards where I usually ride. I understand the whole premise of that. I have a question though, because I know I don't want to spin my tires from 0, to 30 or whatever. So I can see where you'd want to roll off that throttle in slick conditions. But when you're in 5th gear going 60 miles down the road, it seems in this wonderful computer digital age that we have, they could just not have that throttle response difference at that speed, because it doesn't seem like it's going to make a difference. You're not going to spin your tires in 5th gear or 6th gear. And if I want to be in rain mode at the lower gears for the turns and stuff like that, why not disconnect it in 5th gear at a speed electronically, so you still have that response to pass? Because you do have to roll on it to get her going. So at any rate, that's actually pretty neat. I have critiques. One of my critiques about the throttle is it's nitpicky, but when I'm slowing down to make a right or left turn, a corner turn, and I've downshifted into 2nd gear, and I'm down to 0 throttle just before I start making my turn. As I roll on the throttle to get through the turn, there's a twitching, just for lack of a better term, just a jerk right between 0 and engagement of the throttle. That's annoying. So I have to actually clutch more when I'm doing that, which I'm not used to doing that. The last bike I had was my Honda Goldwing, and it wasn't like that. It was a smooth roll through everything from 0 to engagement, and there was no issues. So if I had to whine or complain about something on the throttle, that would be it. But I'll tell you what, as far as just a weak throttle, that's just not true. This thing gets up and gets after it. It's a torquey bike, even at high speed, but you can feel a significant throttle response loss in rain mode, which makes sense for what they're trying to do with it. There was a comment on one of my previous videos about the floorboards and location size, things like that, and how the comfort level is with a taller rider. And I have to say, the boards are really nice. They're big and they're forward, but they're so long, you can pull your feet back almost to where it's like mid controls to give you a little different seating position and relax. But one of the things that, and the reason why I mentioned this, I've got the new KST bars on, but the stock handlebars were kind of forward and down to the point, get out of the way, squirrel, that I was a little bit crunched up, a little bit like my body was kind of in the shape like a comma. And I'm wondering if the person who made the comments isn't having the same problem, because I know when I put these handlebars on, it changed my position and my posture to the point that I am really, really happy with it. And yes, if you've watched any of my other videos, you've probably seen this road, but I really do like it. I don't consider the fuel efficiency issues of it. I'm sure there's some difference, but I just haven't felt the need to be in the sport mode for any reason, because there is plenty of throttle in the standard mode. It's the first time I passed a truck, I was on the highway and I had not laid into the bike because I'm still breaking it in, so I really didn't want to wind it out much. And I'm in 5th gear, and I was waiting for a nice little, break in traffic coming along, and I hit that thing and it slungshot me around that truck so fast. It felt like if I hadn't had a good grip, I would have lost the handlebars. There's quite a bit of torque in this bike, and lots of throttle. The difference in throttle response between rain, standard, and sport is not equal. There's a significantly bigger difference between the response of rain and standard than there is standard and sport, but that was at 60 mile an hour passing speed in 5th gear. I'm going to have to try the sport mode from the starting position just to see, is that where that makes that big of a difference, that slower speed, lower gear kind of thing. That throttle response in the standard mode from the starting position is just insane. I can't imagine what it is from the sport. You know what we'll do? Here, let's try. We'll try this in sport mode as I turn on to the next road. If you'd like to see me try any other tests or trials on this bike, put it in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends. Alright, let's turn here. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the sport mode. Alright, let me just get around this loose gravel here. Alright, now let's try this. Holy crap. My gosh. Yeah, there's just a little bit of there's a little bit of difference in that sport mode from the stock position. Man, I really think you could pull the front end of this bike off the ground. Alright guys, I'm almost back to the barn. Everybody have a great day. Do what you can, let the rough end drag. Peace!